Hello guys, this is Yogesh and welcome to my channel Hello Sahitya. Today I am going to deal with paper 509, that is Introduction to American Literature. Today I am going to talk about one of the poem from Unit 2, Because I Could Not Stop for Death by Emily Dickinson. Let us start our discussion by Emily Dickinson biographical detail first. Emily Dickinson was born on 10th December 1830 to a leading family of Amherst, Massachusetts. Dickinson's father, Edward Dickinson, was a prosperous man and held various posts of social responsibility. Dickinson's father is generally considered to be a very domineering, almost a formidable personality who dominated the lives of all his children. But in his reality, he was a very caring father who had the warmth of deep feeling for his children and particularly protective towards the younger children who were both daughters, Emily Dickinson and Lavinia Dickinson. It is usually supposed that Dickinson adopted an attitude of complete apathy towards the life of the times. The most surprising thing about Dickinson is that she had deliberately adopted a life of privacy and seclusion. She lived out her life in only two houses and seldom left Amherst. In fact, after 1847-48, it is said that she only went to Boston in 1864 and 65 for eye treatment, and she was suffering from Price disease and stroke. Price disease is a disease of kidney. It is said that Dickinson was in love with Otis Phillips Lord, who was the friend of Dickinson's father and 2 decades older than her. Many critics also believe that she was in love with Samuel Ball, an editor of Springfield Republican, and one of the ministers of that time, Reverend Charles Wadsworth. The spelling is Vadwrth, Wadsworth. Now let us discuss literary characteristics of Dickinson poems. Dickinson had read Shakespeare. Dickinson had read also Dickinson had also read Charles Dickens, and particularly she was greatly influenced by Victorian female writers like Elizabeth Barrett Browning, Bronte's sister, and George Eliot. It is said that Dickinson never wanted to publish her poems. She had written more than 800 poems, but only 7 poems were published during her lifetime. One of the friends of Dickinson, Benjamin Franklin Newton, gave her poems of immersion. Dickinson has been described as a poet restored. Dickinson poems deal with the theme of death, nature, love, religion, eternity. Her style of writing is known as telegraphic style, and one noticeable thing in Dickinson is the use of punctual marks and particularly hyphen, dash. And another remarkable noticeable thing is use of capital letters. As Dickinson knew German language, a language typically capitalized nouns, and capitalizing words give addition emphasis. So Dickinson's style is a telegraphical style, and Her poems deal with the themes of death, nature, love, religion, eternity. Some of her famous poems are "I'm Nobody," "Who Are You?" "Success is Counted Sweet," "Because I Could Not Stop for Death," "The Single Hound," "Open Me Carefully," "Acts of Light," "Much Madness is Divinest Sense." So one thing is that none of the poems of Dickinson have title, number. Her niece Anne, Anne sent the poems of Dickinson to Thomas H. Johnson. He arranged and given title and number to the poems, and this collection was published in 1955. And after the death of Dickinson in 1886, her sister Lavinia Dickinson asked Mabel Loomis Todd and Thomas Wentworth Higginson to publish the poems, and that collection was published in 1890, 4 years after the death of Dickinson. Now let us discuss the poem "Because I Could Not Stop for Death." "Because I Could Not Stop for Death" is considered to be one of the most interesting, most intriguing, and most touching lyric poem by Emily. It was first published in Poems Series 1 in 1890 under the Chariot. It is superlative achievement of Dickinson in which death becomes one of the great characters of literature. "Because I Could Not Stop for Death" is a lyric poem, and it is composed in 6 quatrains with the meter alternating between iambic tetrameter and iambic trimeter. And we can say that it is an allegory, as Dickinson considered death as a lover and poet as a beloved of death. So death is a frequent concern of Dickinson poetry. It is said that most of the poems of Dickinson has a death theme, because her house was near the graveyard, and two or three bodies were buried there every day. And death is a frequent concern of Dickinson poetry. Often as mean to its exploration, she will seek its objectification through a persona who has already died. And in other poems, she is quite sensitive to the fact of death, but this "Because I Could Not Stop for Death" poem deals with the theme of death, as Dickinson welcomed the death and she considered death as one kind of relief. So I am going to read a poem, "Because I Could Not Stop for Death." He kindly stopped for me, the carriage had but just ourselves and immortality. So in a first stanza, Dickinson celebrates and welcomes the death, and you can see that there is use of hyphen at the end of first 3 lines, and some words like death, carriage, ourself, immortality are capitalized. So death is a superlative achievement in this poem, and death becomes one of the greatest characters of literature, as death is a person whom Dickinson knew and trust or believed that she could trust, and he considered Death as a gentleman, as she said that because she could not stop for Death, Death kindly stopped for her. And in the first stanza, the narrator is impressed by this gentleman that he left her household activities and joined the carriage which was held by death and immortality. So they start their journey to the spiritual journey towards death and immortality. We slowly drove, he knew no haste, and I had put away my labor and my leisure too for his civility. Death appears and personified in this poem as a gentleman. He arrives in a carriage having stopped for her because he could not have stopped for him, and he even submits, and that hold no terrors, as he knew no haste, the drive is slow. We passed the school where children strove at recess in the ring. We passed the fields of gazing grain. We passed the setting sun. Now this poem can be called an allegory, as Dickinson talks about three phases of human life, that is childhood, young age, and maturity or old age. So children symbolize childhood, gazing rays symbolize young age, and the setting sun symbolize maturity. Then in the next stanza, Dickinson said, or rather he passes the dews drew quivering and chill, for only gossamer, my gown, my tippet, only tulle. She had wear a beautiful gown made by tulle, means a soft, fine silk, nylon, net material. As she had wear a soft and net material gown, and tippet means a long scarf. So she feels queering and chill. Here, poet consider herself as a bridegroom, and death is bride. We passed before a house that seemed a swelling of the ground. The roof was scarcely visible, the conic in the ground. So here we have the symbol of graveyard, as is talked that a swelling of the ground. House that seemed a swelling of the ground, the roof was scarcely visible, the cone is in the ground. So there is a description of graveyard, and suddenly in the last line, at the final stage of the journey comes. Since then, this centuries and yet feels shorter than the day I first surmised the horse head word toward eternity. The whole range of the earthly life is symbolized in the earlier stanza, the first human nature, as he compares, he described three phases of human life. The traditional comparison of sunsets deals with the brightness to old age, and that image of setting sun prepare prepares us for the final stage of the journey. So the house of death, so lightly sketched in the last stanza, that is the destination of all human beings, as human beings are immortal animal. So the destination is clearly stated at the end as eternity, though it is significant that never reaches it. That's why she says that since then this centuries and it will shorten that day. That the dramatic emphasis placed upon the word eternity highlights the separation between man's limited earthly existence and the expanse of infinity paradoxically. So this is the basic summary of Because I Could Not Stop for Death. It is one of the best of those poems in which Dickinson triumphs over death by accepting it calmly, civilly, as befits a gentlewoman receiving the attention of a gentleman. And the poet skillfully handles the effects of death as death unacceptably visits the victim or human beings. I hope you have understood this poem. Thank you.